Hey, ready to pay down those credit cards and you're trying to figure out how because maybe you don't have enough money or there's not enough money left over or there's no money left over? Well, keep watching because I'm going to give you this way that I found that is going to help you and I both pay our credit cards down in a short amount of time. Keep watching. So thank you for joining me at the Financial Spotlight. I'm Chantrell, and I'm here to give you financial tips and tricks that are going to help you on your road to know your money. And as I previously stated, today we're talking about how to pay down this credit card bill. So if you have a large credit card bill, if it is, um, you know, really high. I don't know. I would say about $5,000 or so. If you have a credit card bill, it's at $5,000 credit limit and you're at the max and you're trying to pay it every month. You are paying the minimum amount, how they tell you, oh, you can pay $25 a month or whatever, and you're paying that, but you're just not seeing it go down. Then this is going to help you. I found this when I was doing a little bit of research on how to pay off credit cards a little quicker. And the thing that kept on coming up is velocity banking. So this is not exactly velocity banking per se because we're not getting a home owner's line of credit or any anything like that, but we are trying to use our money to pay down our credit card and still have money left over and or still have funds available to make those changes or to just live our lives, right? So the first thing that you have to establish when you are doing this particular pay down is what are your numbers? And when I say your numbers, I'm talking about your income, your expenses, your debt, and your cash flow. And income, I say it right here. You have that's your paychecks, your child support. If you have a business, that's your business sales. That could be your social security income. Anything that comes into your home that is income, that's your income. Expenses are everything that you're paying out, every single thing that you're paying out. So you're paying out rent, food, when you have fun, when you have savings, your electric bill, your cell phone bill, all of those things are your expenses. You need to know that amount. Okay. Don't round down. Don't estimate. I need you to know for sure. And this is when those variable and fixed expenses come in because the fixed expenses don't really change, like your rent and your for me, my cell phone bill doesn't ever change every month. Those type of things don't change, but things that do change, variable expenses, are like your food and the money that you spend on fun and all of that. Well, you need to know how much you're spending on this every single month and have that written down somewhere. Maybe like say usually you spend about $150 a month. How about, or and sometimes it's 120, sometimes it's 135 on like food. Then just round up to 150 and keep it there so that any other, any lower amounts, you just have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. And then you need to know your debt. So you need to know what you owe. Say if it's student loans, if it's your car payments, if it's your home loan, if it's your um, what other kind of loans, lines of credit, any type of debt, other credit card, all the credit card amounts, all that stuff. Any type of like your monthly payment that you are paying the minimum payment, all of that, you need to know that information so that you can put this into this plan. And then the last thing you need to know is your cash flow. So usually your cash flow is the remaining amount after you have paid everything. So say you get, and for this particular situation, we're going to say that you get $4,000 in income, okay? And then you have $3,300 in expenses, and those expenses include your credit card payments. And then that means you'll have $700 in excess or leftover or cash flow. Now, That's not to say that you need to use this $700 and spend it recklessly or spend it on a whole bunch of different things or always, use that extra money because you have quote unquote extra money. No, this is just excess money that we're going to help us pay this $5,000 credit card limit down. Okay. So for this particular situation, we're going to use this as an example. Your credit card limit is $5,000. Your income is $4,000 a month. Your expenses are $3,300 a month, and you have $700 left in excess. It could be any amount. It could be $7,000 in income. It could be $2,000 in income. These things are going to remain the same. Now, we are aware that it is very hard to pay your rent and your mortgage on a credit card. Now, there are some ways for you to pay that on a credit card, but you would have to transfer it, turn it into cash, etc., and all of that. So, what we're going to do instead of saying, okay, I'm going to pay my I'm going to pay my rent on this credit card, you're not going to do that. What you're going to do is make sure that out of your income of $4,000, you keep $2,000 in your checking account, and then that is used to pay your rent or your mortgage, and then you have the other $2,000 for you to pay your expenses and other things that are going to come up. Okay, so let me try to explain this the best way possible. If you have questions, make sure you put those in the comment section. I will definitely try to answer them. I'm going to try to put this in the most easiest terms possible for everybody to get it, because I know it's kind of difficult to understand. But once you get it, let me tell you, this is going to change your life, okay? Change it for the better. So let's move on. So, okay. Now remember, I said your credit card limit is $5,000. For this particular example, that means you are at your limit, okay? You have maxed out your credit card. Now you're paying however much your monthly minimum balance is. Let's just say your monthly minimum balance is $100 that they tell you have to pay, okay? So credit card balance is $5,000. You have $2,000 left after you've paid your rent and your mortgage. Why? Because remember, you had $4,000 in income. You paid your rent or mortgage. That was, let's just say rent. You paid your rent. It was $2,000. Now you have $2,000 left. Take that $2,000, put it on your credit card as a payment. Now, once you put that $2,000 on your credit card as a payment, now your balance goes down to $3,000. And then you're going to have $2,000 available to use to make payments on other things. I know, please do not get upset with me. I get it. It scares a lot of people. This particular situation, you have to be so in tune with your money. I'm not going to suggest this to people that might not be able to manage this all the way. But if you do this, I'm trying to tell you, you'll be so much in such a better place if you're able to do this. Okay. So let's go to the next section. So remember, okay, let's go back. Our credit card balance or our credit card limit was $5,000. We paid it. We put $2,000 on the card. You have $2,000 available on the card to spend because you've paid it down, right? And then that means your credit card limit was $3,000. I didn't put that here. Your credit card limit was $3,000. Now, you charged charge $1,300 on your card. This is, remember, that's your expenses. So it could be your cell phone bill, your PG&E, garbage, water, let's see what else. Cable, internet, going out to eat, groceries, car insurance, all of the things that you have to pay your expenses for the month, $1,300. So you had $2,000 available on the card because you put that $2,000 on there. You charged $1,300 in your expenses. Now you have $700 available on your card to use, or I call it an emergency fund. You don't need to use it. You don't have to use it. And if you have any type of ability to like control your spending, that can sit there and be only used for emergencies. So now your credit card balance has gone down. Now your credit card balance is only $4,300. So now you have some wiggle room. You paid down your credit card balance now to $4,300. This is going to lower your amount that you're paying every month, interest rates, all that for your credit card. It's going to look really, really good. And I'm going to tell you something at the end of this so that you know why it's helping you, okay? Now, let's keep going. So now you have, again, your credit card limit hasn't changed. It's still $5,000. Now your card balance is $4,300. Again, you get paid the next month. You say, okay, I got my $4,000 check. I paid my rent, $2,000, and I'm going to put $2,000 on my card again. Now you paid the $2,000 on your card. Now your card balance is now only $2,300. And then how much is available? $2,700 is available for you to spend. Then you're going to spend $1,300 on your card. And now you have $1,400 available on your card for your emergency fund. And now your new balance on your card is only $3,600. Now you see how it's going down? First you started off, your credit card balance was exactly your limit, $5,000. Now it's only $3,600. This is going to only take you about a year or so to pay this credit card down. That is the beauty of this, okay? So let me do some more in-depth explaining. Again, let's start. $5,000 was your credit card limit, okay? Now that you've paid it down, now your card balance is only $3,600. You got paid the next month. Your payment was, I'm going off of monthly payments because that's how I get paid. So I'm just going off of monthly payments, okay? So you paid your $4,000. You took $2,000 and you paid your card. Then your balance went down to $1,600 as your card balance. So it reduced it because you paid it. Now you have available to use to pay for other expenses $3,400. Then, because you have that $3,400 available on your card to pay for your expenses, then you charge $1,300 on your card as expenses. And then you have now $2,100 available on your card. This is your available credit on your card. And now your new credit card balance is only $2,900. That is your credit card balance down $2,100 from the $5,000 that you originally owed. Do you see how that can help you? It's going to aid you. It's going to continue to make your credit score go up, and then it's going to keep on making changes. You're going to have your credit availability. You're going to have your credit score go up, like I said before. Also, it's going to look at your payment because you're paying on time every single month. Just everything is going to look good for you to be able to increase your credit score and then also to pay this credit card down. And I just want you guys to get this in your head because it's going to benefit you in the long run. And if nothing else, just try it. Just try it. You can even try it with the lowest card amount that you have. Say you have a card that has a $300 limit. You can try the same thing, making sure that you're on time payment, and then maybe you say, okay, I paid the $300 down and then I use the card for gas or whatever it else that you need, but you got that on time payment going in. It's bringing your amount down, it's making your credit score go up, and you just have to be very, very disciplined. And this is helping you because this is not stopping you from spending. This is not stopping you from having a good time going out to eat. This is not stopping you from getting your cup of coffee every day or getting your hair done, your nails done, or buying an outfit or whatever it is that you want to do. This is not stopping any of that. This is just helping you make sure that you're paying that credit card down, because what is horrible is when you have a credit card limit of $5,000 and all you're doing is paying $100 every month, the minimum payment. That's not putting a dent in that credit card at all, and it's also not making your credit score look good. So, all right. So these are the little things that they don't tell you when you're doing the velocity banking, or they're talking about paying off the credit card in this manner. So these are a few tips that I wanted to give you so that you can use them to your advantage. Number one, when you are paying on time every month and you are continuously paying that large amount of money to pay your credit card down, that looks good on your credit and it looks good to the creditor. So what you can do is contact your credit card company and request that they reduce your interest rate so that you don't have a high interest rate any longer. You can also ask them to increase your balance, or your available credit. So those are two ways to help you increase your credit score and to also decrease the amount that you're paying for that credit. The second thing is, as you're making those on time payments every single month, you're doing two things. You are reducing your balance amount, which looks good also to increase your credit. So it's satisfying the times of payment. So if you're paying on time every single month, that's satisfying on time payments. And you're satisfying utilization. So you're not keeping your balance high, super high, at the highest amount your balance should be when you're paying it down every month. You're making the utilization go up and down, and therefore it makes your credit score also increase. Number three, and I said this before, everything is not going to be able to be paid with your credit card, and that's fine, but you can pay most things with your credit card. So like we said in the example, pay your rent and your mortgage first, and then with the remaining amount of money that you have, go ahead and put that on that credit card and pay everything else: groceries, gas, clothes, going out to dinner, whatever it is that you're doing. Use your credit card to pay that. And number four, and you know this is the most important to me, you will have an emergency fund. So when you have money left over on your credit card, so your balance was originally $5,000, now it's gone down to $3,000. That means you have that $2,000 as a little cushion, and that means that it could be your emergency fund. You can use that money on that credit card if you have a blown tire, you need a new cell phone, whatever the case may be. It's an emergency fund, and you have that in there working for you. So I hope this information has helped you. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family, because guess what? I know everybody has a credit card that they want to pay down or pay off, and they want to pay that off fast. Make sure that you share this. And definitely, if you have any questions or any concerns or whatever, Leave those in the comment section. I always read my comments. I always respond. And if you need any more help with anything else credit wise, make sure you put that there and I will make sure I will do a video about it as soon as possible. Thanks for joining me at the Financial Spotlight. Talk to you later. Bye.